Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Nino Brown Boxing, and I'm back in the building. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. So the past couple of days, Terence Crawford was named the ESPN's Fighter of the Year. So congratulations to Terence Crawford. I feel like he definitely deserves it. He unified. Well, he became unified and then became the undisputed champion at 140 pounds. He did his damn thing, and he pretty much did everything that he can do at that junior welterweight division. So once again, congratulations to Terence Crawford. That award was definitely it was deserved, and nobody else came close to earning it. So hats off to him. Now, there's certain things just don't make sense because you got guys out there. Well, ESPN for a good amount of time, they were calling Lomachenko their number one pound for pound fighter. I can't even say a good amount of time. As far as I know, their most recent number one pound for pound fighter was Lomachenko. And the fact that they come out and they name Terence Crawford the fighter of the year, it really doesn't make any sense. I mean, Terence Crawford is rightfully the fighter of the year, and he should definitely be the number one pound for pound boxer. Hands down. Like, no matter what, it doesn't matter what fights you try to bring up, what spectacular knockouts a person had. Terence Crawford is definitely the number one fighter, number one pound for pound, and definitely the fighter of the year. Even though Lomachenko is skilled, very good fighter, has a promising future, but it's disrespectful to Terence Crawford. It's disrespectful to, a number of fighters that's currently fighting, currently unified, or even if they're not unified in their respective division. It's disrespectful to put Lomachenko above them, but I shall go on. Now we have Terence Crawford moving up to welterweight. But Crawford is, he makes it seem like he's ready for that 147-pound heat. He's not shying away from anybody. He's ready to get in the ring, and I can definitely respect that about Terence Crawford. Him being so ready and willing, it just has me excited. So, his first obstacle is Jeff Horn, and I believe that it's going to be a good fight for Terence Crawford. The fact that Jeff Horn is definitely bigger than Crawford, it will put Crawford in a position where, the size advantage isn't on his side, but it will put him in a position where he can let everyone know at the welterweight division that he's ready for. He's ready for all obstacles. Now, when he was down at 140 and 135, he didn't have the type of obstacle in front of him that he has with Jeff Horn. He didn't have a guy that was as big as Jeff Horn. He didn't have a guy at 140 or 135, someone that's been in the ring with someone as experienced as Manny Pacquiao. Now, even though a lot of people count Jeff Horn out, we can't take away the fact that he has experience with Manny Pacquiao, and he defeated Pacquiao. So this is a very good matchup for Terence Crawford at his first fight at welterweight. And just to put the icing on the cake, if he wins, he gets that WBO strap. Now, you got my boy Errol Spence. He said it before. He's down to fight Terence Crawford. He just needs to get a belt. Terence Crawford is definitely in the position where he can get that title and they can make that fight. Now, I know Errol Spence will be down. I know Terence Crawford will be down. But the question is, will Bob Arum be down? Will Bob Arum be willing to take that risk? Will he pretty much, like he said, do like a talent swap with Owls, Heyman, PBC fighters and put Terence Crawford in the ring against him? We just have to wait and see. We know how he works with a lot of his fighters. He's big on in-house fights. So only time will tell with that. Now, going forward in other news outside of the Terence Crawford topic, another category I feel like I wanted to bring up is the most underrated boxer of 2017. And I wanted to give that credit to Jared Hurd. Nino Brown Boxing now is picking Jared Swift Hurd as the most underrated fighter of 2017. I say that because a lot of people, for some reason, they count Hurd out. They try to say that Hurd is he's big for the division, and that's the only reason that he was able to defeat Austin Trout and this and that. And I gotta say, I mean, Jared Hurd, from his performance against Tony Harrison back in February, and you look at him 8 months later in October against Austin Trout, Hurd was very critical of his performance against Harrison. He openly spoke on the things that he can improve on, and he worked on it. And when he got in the ring with a veteran like Austin Trout that has a lot more experience, he definitely displayed his improvements. He put it all out there. His ability to cut off the ring, it improved dramatically against Austin Trout. And Austin Trout isn't one of these old fighters out here that's lost a step, that can't move around the ring. Like, Austin Trout, in my opinion, is a superior boxer than Tony Harrison, and I believe that Austin Trout can stop Harrison. So a lot of people need to give Jared Hurd his credit. People say he's big for the division. Is he? Yes, he is. He said it out of his own mouth. He's a big boy for that division. But at the same time, I look at it like this, man. This guy's 6'1". He has a reach of 76.5. I'm sure he probably walks around at like 170, maybe 180 plus pounds. If Terence Crawford walking around at 177 at this point in time. He's a big boy, and the fact that he's disciplined enough to make this weight over and over again. I mean, me personally, I haven't seen him on the scales look drained. I haven't seen him look sluggish and lethargic approaching the weigh-in, or interviews afterwards, or when you see him in training camp. I didn't see him look bad. I always see him looking top peak condition. And when the boxing community criticizes guys like Adrian Broner for not staying in shape, and they criticize Tank Davis for not making weight, or whoever it may be, anyone that fits that I guess fits into the category of not being disciplined, Jared Hurd is a gym rat that puts himself in a position to succeed. Now, if we're going to criticize people for not working hard and putting in that work consistently, we have to applaud the people that definitely do it on a consistent basis. Now, it's still early in his career. Hurd has 21 fights. I'm sure he's going to move up to middleweight eventually. But a lot of the key guys at middleweight that he will fight most likely are going to be the people that are at junior middleweight now, or they were at that junior middleweight 154-pound weight class within the last year and a half or so. I say that because I'm sure Jamel Charlo is going to move up. Jamal Charlo has already moved up. Arislani Laura may move up. So we just have to wait and see what's going to happen. But I think, in my opinion, I will definitely say that Jared Hurd is the most underrated fighter. And going into 2018, when he will have some statement fights, and he's definitely going to put the world on notice, and he's going to let everyone know that he's no joke. You may say he may lose against Jamel Charlo, but Jared Hurd is definitely one of those fighters that I give him a chance against anyone. I mean, me personally, just looking at this guy's frame, I feel like he has the potential to go up to light heavyweight and actually do a damn good job. But, we will see what happens. Hopefully, everyone makes that jump up to middleweight soon. And the main guys at middleweight, like Triple G and Canelo, they stay there and they eventually fight these guys. Now, Triple G, I can see him retiring or possibly moving up to 168, even though 168 is no place where he can run and hide and be safe. But Canelo, I don't see him moving up to 168. He's too short and he's too small for that weight class. So Canelo is just going to either fight a bunch of in-house fights, and he's going to duck and dodge a rematch with Lara or the Charlos or Jared Hurd or whoever else it may be. But, I mean, the future is looking very promising when it comes to all of these guys. So hopefully things come together and it all works out, man. It all works out in the best interest of the fighters and the best interest of the fans, the fighters and fans. At this point, I'm not ever concerned about the promoters. It's at the best interest of the fighters and fans. Actually, the fans and the fighters. Me coming from a fan's perspective, the fans come first, because without the fans, the fighters, their fame and fortune wouldn't be a thing. But until next time, guys, this is Nino Brown Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe. Peace.